receive their divine guidance. Plus, it deepens your trust in your ability to use your divine spiritual gifts that you came here for. Now, in today's video, we're going to dive deep into the significance of 666 or even 66. I do like to combine numbers, and I'm going to share some stories with you about it and why do people think it's bad versus what it actually means. There is a spiritual significance to this number, but I'm going to go over some of the ways that people tend to interpret it, debunk it a little bit here, and then also go into the actual spiritual meanings. One of the things I do differently in my videos is about angel numbers versus other videos is I also give you a unique interpretation of the number that the angel specifically told me, because as I said, I track very closely the signs and symbols I get from my team in my journal, and I have done this for many, many years. And over time, you begin to easily connect the dot when you use the gift of hindsight and you see the way that your team is communicating with you. So let's go over this number and how I often will even see, sometimes even in the comments of my angel number videos, people will say, "Oh, that's a bad number." They get the bad chills, not the good chills, the angel bumps. They get the chills like, "Oh, I don't like that number." Well, let's go over why that is and some historical perspective on that. Well, there is a biblical association with this number. Now, of course, so many interpretations of the Bible out there that you could use. There's so much numerology in the Bible as well. So I'm going to leave that to you and your particular beliefs as to how that makes you feel. But I will say here that the angel number 666 is not meant to scare you. The angels never try to scare us. They never tell us what to do. So if you are thinking of it from the biblical association where it's linked to number of the beast in the book of Revelation symbolizing evil, then you would be feeling fear. And that is not your angels connecting with you. They speak with us subtly. They would not tell us how to feel or how to think or how to act, right? So that would be one of the reasons that people have that. It's also a cultural stigma. We've seen it featured in horror movies, in the media. It's reinforcing this ominous reputation here, but that's a cultural thing we've seen over the years. And it's also fear of the unknown. You know, it represents the fears around darkness, chaos, the supernatural, and like I said, there's religious interpretations. Sometimes it's seen as anti-religious for some people or a sentiment or rebellion, but we are not here to connect with that energy at all. It's often a misunderstanding. There's no thought about the historical or culture context when people see it. They just immediately go into fear. So I'm here to bring some higher vibration, spiritual meaning to this number. And I understand that it could be controversial for some of those out there, but you know what? I always set the intention when I connect with my angels that these messages reach whoever it's meant to. So if you felt called to click on this video and you're here now, I'm sure there is a divine message for you. And the angels certainly do not want us going into a place of fear when we see 666 or 66. All right, so let's go over some of the most common spiritual meanings of 666, and I will also go into the meaning it is for me before we get to your bonus message, journaling prompt, and pocket affirmation. So one of the most common things to consider the meaning of 666 is balance. A lot of times if we see this number, our spiritual team is encouraging us to find harmony between the material aspects of life and the spiritual aspects of life, right? We want to have that balance in our world. If you caught my previous video about 555, I was talking about how important it is that we remember we are spiritual beings having a human experience, but we have to stay connected. We have to be here in this material world to take advantage of the things we came here to learn and the spiritual gifts we came here to be a part of, but we also have to keep that spiritual side there. So just a quick reminder here, you are here because you have spiritual gifts. We were all born with intuitive abilities. We were all born with spiritual gifts. And as I said in the last video, spoiler alert, you have multiple life purposes. And so chances are you clicked on this video or videos like this because you're feeling called to step into your life purpose, but you do have multiple purposes. And so we have to remember to connect with our spiritual team and see where we're being guided to go to next. If you're new to my channel, you may not know that for the first 16 years of my career, I graduated college with my accounting and business administration degree, and I did 16 years of small business consulting. Still dealing with numbers, right? And I did see angel numbers in those numbers. And I did enjoy that practice, but it was a very left brain thing. And I started being called to move fully into spiritual work for my practice, be a full-time angel communicator, and do the work I do now. I was getting all those 555s that I talked about in the last video constantly, but I was also getting other numbers about opening up. And this is where I would see the 66s or the 666. So they were asking me to remember that, we need to open up to this idea of bringing balance into our material and spiritual world. And that's when I realized, hey, I want to bring my spiritual work into the things that help me create material resources. So that was definitely a very, very common one I saw when I was researching what do other people notice with 666, okay? And I'm going to be telling you what I noticed as well. We'll get there, but I wanted you to hear these common ones so that you can pause and go, okay, that does mean something to me. And when you have all of these options out there, it really does help take the fear away. In fact, one of the ones we're going to get to is releasing fear. A lot of times when you see 666, you're actually being urged by your spiritual team to let go of fears, let go of negative thoughts that hold you back. So if you do see a 66 or 666, ask yourself, what was I just thinking? What was I just feeling? What was I just doing? Was I feeling fear? Was I in a negative spiral in my thought process? Was I getting too caught up in anxiety? And this is a very common one for those of us who are really trying to increase our spiritual connection on a daily basis, and we feel like we're getting distracted by things. And distraction is a real thing. It is something that causes resistance from us doing our spiritual work. And I've shared this story briefly before, but I do always think of the time when I was first trying to leave my accounting practice behind and go full-time into angel communication. And I kind of had this inner monologue complaining all the time about all the things getting in the way of me doing this. And so I would see 666 or 66 to remind me, wait a minute, that's not the right way to look at this. You have multiple life purposes. You have the purpose of serving these small business clients. You have the purpose of being a mother and a wife. You have the purpose of sharing your ideas with the world. So stay positive. Release these fears that you're not going to get where you want to go, because you are going to get where you want to go. So that's a common one that I definitely related with, is I would catch myself. Okay, what's my inner monologue doing? And do I need to raise the vibration of my thoughts, raise the vibration of my energy? Another common one is kind of similar, is self-reflection. It's inviting you to do that introspection, that evaluation of your thoughts and your actions. So look at your daily routine. How are you going about your day? Are you going about your day in a place of lack instead of a place of abundance? That's not easily switched, but it is a daily practice. The next common meaning I saw for 666 was reconnection. It's actually suggesting you reconnect with your spiritual path and your purpose. Well, what was I saying earlier about realizing I needed to leave behind my small business consulting practice and go full-time into spiritual work as my business? I was reconnecting to what I initially came here to do, which, by the way, again, if you're new to my channel, I'm here to activate you as a light worker. That's right. You're here because you are a light worker. You don't have to do it professionally, but you are here to shine your light with the world. That's why you're attracted to angel numbers. That's why you're watching this video or any of the other videos you see on my YouTube channel, where I share angel messages with you. I share tips for using your intuitive abilities, for deepening your connection with the angels. You're feeling called to do that because you are a light worker. Now, I know a lot of you, which, by the way, hello to my subscribers. I love you. Thank you for always being here. I know a lot of you already know you're a light worker, even if you're not doing it professionally. You're just incorporating it into your daily life. but you're still wondering what's my purpose, right? So like I said, we have many spiritual purposes, but if you're seeing 666, we're being asked to reconnect with a purpose that we came here to activate, but maybe we haven't activated yet. So I grew up connecting with my angels, talking to animals, having premonition in my dreams, and even psychic premonitions while I was awake. And I always trusted that my spiritual team was me. I always felt close to my angels and to Jesus. So I knew they were around me, but I had no idea that it was my purpose to come on this YouTube channel and activate you or support you, answer your questions, and do anything I can to help you with your purpose. Now I know, but I was seeing that 666 a lot. And you might have already started using your intuitive abilities or activating some of your life purposes, but there's one you didn't remember you came here to do. Because a lot of what we are doing here in this humanist experience is remembering our spiritual gifts, maybe our spiritual guests too, our guests on our team, which by the way, we do have spiritual guide guests that will come to us at certain times. So, that could be another thing that's coming through for you here. And then, of course, there's the idea of wanting to nurture yourself. If you're seeing 666, it's reminding you to care for yourself, care for others, focus on compassion. If we are not feeling good, it's going to be really hard to take care of somebody else and to nurture those we love and, to share our gifts with the world. It also does mean transformation, which is a big one that we get for 555. It indicates a period of significant personal growth and change. So it might even be where you're taking a break from a lot of your social activities to go into deeper self-discovery, to really understand what it is that you want to do next, what it is that my heart wants. Now, here's where people might actually bring the fear into this number, but it's really only meant to encourage you, which is meant to be a little bit of a reality check, okay? It encourages you to access your current situation. I'm sorry, not access, assess. It's encouraging you to assess your current situation and make the necessary adjustments. That's one of the big things we will get from the angels, is to make objective decisions, to make sure we are not getting too caught up in the dreamy world of what could be and not actually checking in with reality. What is here materially that I need to do? What is an objective way to handle this in a compassionate way? And it could also mean that we're getting too emotionally charged about something. So I find that those are all very common themes with the number 666 or 66 when you see it, because sometimes you might see it with other numbers, like on a license plate or a receipt or a serial number. Those are common places. I actually forgot to review. I was so big on getting into the meanings and debunking some of the fears and myths around it. You probably already know this by now, but angel numbers are sequences we see anywhere in our daily life. So it could be on a license plate, on a clock, on a receipt, on a serial number, and there's synchronicities to it. You're seeing them a lot over and over again, and there's certain themes that they're related to. So it may be wanting you to have a reality check that, wait a minute, I'm not taking note of what's going on around me, and I need to get grounded and see what's going on, okay? Now, one of the things also that came through for me with 666 is to notice the things in your reality that could be beneficial to you. Sometimes we overlook resources right at our fingertips. So we'll go into that a little bit more before we dive into the bonus message and journaling prompt and pocket affirmation. But I do want to go over the meanings that the angels actually gave me about 666. But first, a quick reminder, if you haven't already, please sign up for my free newsletter at devondoer.com to get my gift for you. My gift for you is my ebook, Is It a Sign? How to Recognize Signs and Discover Their Meaning. You can download that book right away after you sign up. It will be emailed to your inbox, and it gives you 5 questions to ask every time you think you've seen a sign. And I actually encourage you to print out that one page with the box that I created on there and put it in your book of evidence, proof your angels are with you. Like I said, you don't have to have this journal. You can create your own, but put it in there so that you can track it and you know where all the signs are. And then also put the following journaling prompts and pocket affirmations I give you in there as well, so it's easy to access. And that's just a quick reminder here too, on all of these angel number videos, I give you a bonus message at the end. I give you a pocket affirmation customized to that angel number and a journaling prompt customized to that angel number. So please don't forget to sign up for that free newsletter at devondoer.com. Okay, so let's go into when I connect with the angels and I ask them, okay, what do you want me to notice first? Yes, all those other meanings are great. I will keep those I will consider those, but what do you want me to consider first when I see 66? And the angel said, when I see 66, they want me to get ready for a message to come through. It's important to open up and receive. All right, so you know that image of the toddler putting their finger in their ears and going, la, 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 I don't want to hear this. When I see 66, that's the angels going, you know what? You might be blocking a message. You might be closing your eyes and plugging your ears and refusing to hear an important message. And we are asking you to open up and receive it. And sometimes when we are blocking off opening up to messages, it's because we don't want to face an issue. We know we're going to have to share something with somebody that they're not going to like. We're going to have to make a change somebody might resist. Or it's somebody's saying it to you in a tactful way. It's truth. They're telling you information you need to know. It's important, but it's in a tactless way and it hurts your feelings. And this is where I will see 66 as well. It's like, okay, let's try to step out of our emotions and look at this objectively. What is this message coming through? It's important you open up and receive it. All right. So keep that as an addition to the common ones I listed before. And then the other one they shared with me for when I see 666, which I really don't see that often. Now you could use the excuse, well, clocks don't go up to 666 on the clock, or because people are afraid of it, people avoid using it. But it happens, it happens on gas pumps. It happens on license plates. It happens on serial numbers. So we do want to be aware of it so that when we see it, we don't go into a place of fear. And they told me that when I see 66, they want me to ask, where in my life could I add more balance to my relationships, material resources, or my health? They want me to open up to a deeper spiritual connection. Now, this was very similar to the message we got for 555, but it's right after 555, right? And it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're always being asked to just gradually grow with these numbers. The other thing that is really important to remember is that we don't want to get caught in fear. So if you're having fear around those issues, they're asking us to open up to a creative solution to that number. But most importantly, understand that those numbers are coming to us to bring balance to our emotion, balance to our life, not to put us into a place of fear or anxiety. So I hope that's helpful for you. I hope that really takes a lot of the myth and fear out of that number away, and you trust in your spiritual team. You can always ask for a loud and clear sign that this number is meant to affirm something for you. And that's why I always encourage you to get your journal out and sit down and ask your journals for, you can ask your journal, ask your angels for loud and clear signs, because that will help you get deeper meanings out of all of this. So speaking of journaling prompts, by the way, if you haven't already, I'd appreciate if you'd hit the like button on this video and share it with anybody you feel it would resonate with. Also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to stay up to date on new angel number videos and other angel messages I have for you. I do go live twice a week to answer your questions and share other messages and topics to help you step into your divine gifts that you were all born with. All right, so here's your journaling prompt, like I promised, for any time you see 66 or 666. Where in my life do I feel trapped? Where in my life do I feel trapped? Now, that's actually the notion of when we have this biblical reference of it representing evil or the devil. If you've ever studied tarot, one of the cards in there, the devil, is actually representing this illusion of being trapped. You're not really trapped. That's an illusion. So where in your life do you feel trapped? This could be in relationships. This could be in finances. This could be something going on with your health. But the angels are asking you, if you see this number, do that journaling prompt, where in my life do I feel trapped? And then ask 2, what is one step I can take today to free myself from this illusion? All right, so I'm going to go into one little thing here that I forgot to mention earlier about 666. So when I see the number, another thing I do is I add the sixes together. So if you study numerology at all, this is very similar here because I did start off studying numerology long before I really understood the significance of angel numbers. I was seeing them, but I actually started studying numerology to help me understand them better. And in numerology, you net numbers to get down to one number. So what is 6 plus 6 plus 6? It's 18. How do we get 18 down to one number? 1 plus 8. What's 1 plus 8? 9. 9 is an energy of taking action or ending a cycle. If you're feeling trapped, end that cycle. Do something about it one step at a time. So that's a really important thing to also keep in mind with 666. I forgot to say it. I was going to say it at the top of the video and I didn't put it in my notes, but that's another thing I will do is net the number. And you can do that with any number, but you would probably want to study some numerology as well to help you with that. And I highly encourage it. It's fascinating. You just can't make up these sequences here. And I do go over why the angels communicate us with numbers with us in my intro video. I don't know if I said that at the beginning of this video or 555, but anyways, let's get to the end of this video here. I wanted to just share that one extra bonus there. Here's a pocket affirmation for you anytime you see 666 or 66, because like I said, it might be on your receipt. It says 466 or something. You can combine it with the meaning of 4 and 66. But the pocket the affirmation for you to say anytime you see 666 is, I easily free myself from what no longer serves me. The 666 pocket affirmation for you to say anytime you see it, I easily free myself from what no longer serves me. Okay, again, we are not trapped. We are going to find our way through one step at a time. If you will write that in the comments below this video to let me know you got here, I'd really appreciate it. Now let's go into your bonus message. The time is now for a leap of faith. You must follow your heart's wishes and begin a new journey. Notice unexpected opportunities to follow your dreams. All right, that was your bonus message. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, take time every day to connect with the angels.